tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Carson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run for it with Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throwing is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd and 9, Watson flush to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on. Kill. Check 37. Check 34. 24. Check 24. Under 10. 10. Check 31. Check hot route. Hot.
They'll try the left side. Howell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
First thing. Alert. Right there. 54. 54 Mike.
To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
24. Switch it. Come on. Switch things. Goose. 24. Shit. Check.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks 36.
From the 36, Watson out to his left. It's caught. It's Miller. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson, flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run it with Carson. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. On first down, Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Steps away to his left. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 34. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On second down now, it's Howell. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 55. I got you, son. 59, 59. You're all mine, baby. You gonna get this. You're all mine.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check. Alert, alert. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Out, out. Tighten up.
A first down carry now for Miller. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From the 35 on second down, Watson escaping the pressure right. Going up top, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howell, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check, check. Lucky.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Watson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Kill.
Hyde. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Back now in Houston, it's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And no, it's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They run again with Hyde on first. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run. High. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Jones. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On third down, Howell. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been...